What's up, family? Trail here, and we need to talk about whether or not they need to eliminate the Social Security program. Well, apparently lawmakers are talking about getting rid of the program altogether. As the program continues to face insolvency in the next 10 to 12 years, there is a lot of pressure on the Biden administration to do something about it. Do you guys agree with this suggestion to eliminate Social Security? I have more details to share with you in just a moment. But on the flip side, we have lawmakers wanting to celebrate the 87th birthday of the Social Security program. And last but not least, we have information regarding more Social Security checks coming next month. These could be more than $1,500. Now, before we get started, hey, let's keep this video short. Don't forget how much a simple press of the like button does for this video and for this channel. And also, guys, I'm trying to reach 100,000 subscribers before the end of this year. I'm almost there. So if you could help a brother out, okay? So if you could, subscribe to the channel right now and let's jump into the video. So guys, starting off, hey, rent prices are still going up. They just won't stop, guys. Why the rents are soaring pretty much everywhere in the United States. Guys, as you can see right here on this screen in this chart, you can see over time since 2006 of Q1, you can see that the rent prices have been going up steadily. They just won't come down, guys. But anyways, it says until recently, soaring rent prices were mainly a big city problem. But now rents are an everywhere problem. But anyways, skyrocketing rents coming at the same time the housing prices are at historic highs makes it hard for people to afford to live. At the lower end of the income spectrum, higher rents put more people at risk for homelessness, which we've obviously have seen more cities actually have this problem, and dealing with it has been a disaster. But yes, guys, over the past time, as recent as this year alone, we have seen rent prices skyrocketing to more than 350%. And guys, we are hoping that these rent prices come back down once again, because it is really putting a strain on our middle class individuals as well as those low income families. But anyways, guys, we also see right here that we do have a bit of good news in one particular state in which they have what they are calling some rent assistance, in which these applications are now reopened once again. Now, this is some news as of August the 11th, so we don't know if these applications are still open at this particular time, but I did want to share this information with you right here. It does say that application portals have reopened for tenants and landlords in the Spokane city limits, which is in Washington state. They are saying that new state funds that will extend the distribution of rental and utility assistance dollars to those who have fallen behind on their monthly payments. Now, the city recently received around $5.5 million in eviction rent assistance program, or better known as ERAP 2.0. Now, these particular funds from the State Department of Commerce for tenants and landlords applicants within the Spokane city limits. Now, requests to access those funds can be submitted online via the application portal. So again, guys, if you live in Washington in Spokane City, I'd probably be saying that city wrong, but you know what I mean if you live there. But anyways, these particular applications are open right now. You could receive some additional assistance in order to pay your rent as well as perhaps your utilities. Now, this does apply to either you're a tenant or either you're a landlord. So again, guys, I will include a link to this article down below so that you can read out the article in its entirety to find out whether or not you could be eligible for some rent assistance. But again, guys, that is in Washington. Moving on, guys, hey, we did receive a good information a couple of days ago in regards to those individuals that potentially need hearing aids. Now, previously, hearing aids does need a prescription from a doctor, and you have to go through that particular process in order to get those. But now, millions of Americans will soon be able to buy hearing aids without a prescription. These are going to be available over the counter per this recent information. Now, it does say that adults with perceived mild to moderate hearing impairment will be able to buy hearing aids directly from stores, pharmacies, and online retailers. And no prescription or doctor's appointment is required. Now, this is some definitely movement in the right direction. This is what we call progress over the years in which you did need a prescription just so that you can hear better. It just makes no sense, but I'm glad that they've actually made this particular change. And it says that the new rule applies only to certain air conduction hearing aids for people ages 18 and older who experience mild to moderate hearing impairment, meaning that those that are intended for pediatric use or severe hearing impairment will remain prescription based. Now, it also does not apply to personal sound amplification products, consumer products that help people with normal hearing, amplifying the sound for them. So again, guys, this new ruling, which is going to be very good for the American people, because especially if you don't have health insurance or you don't really want to go to your doctor to get a prescription in order to go pay more money for a particular hearing aid. So this is definitely some positive information. Now, it does say that the rule will lower the cost and expand the access to these hearing aids as well. So again, guys, that is definitely some positive news in the right direction. Moving on, guys. Hey, I got a big question for you guys. Do you think that the Social Security program should be eliminated? I mean, who thought of this? What are they thinking? I ask you. No, we don't need to get rid of the Social Security program. There are millions of Americans that are on this program. And if you get rid of it, what are they supposed to do? I mean, the government promised them years ago in which we were paying into the Social Security program. And now you're talking about eliminating the program? Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. But anyways, this particular article on Yahoo News says that should Social Security be eliminated as a federal entitlement program, or would that end the program as you know it as of today? Now, like I said, we should not eliminate this particular program, but right here it says that under the current structure, Social Security and Medicare budgets are automatically approved and paid out, but under Wisconsin Republican Senator Ron Johnson's plan, Congress would have the chance to review and edit these program budgets every single year. Now, it says that if you qualify for the entitlement, you just get it no matter what the cost is. Johnson said during an interview with the Regular Joe show, he said that, look, what we ought to be doing is we ought to turn everything into discretionary spending, so it's all evaluated so that we can fix the problem or fix programs that are actually broken, that are going to be going bankrupt over the next few years. As long as things are on the automatic pilot, we just continue to pile up debt. He is suggesting that, look, we don't need to just sit back and do nothing. We need to review these programs and figure out where the money is spending and how it's benefiting the American people, and figure out what we can change, what problems we can fix, and what programs we can fix or either eliminate altogether in order to move forward, to make things much better, to make things run more smoothly, to make sure that the American people are taken care of by receiving more money in regards to being able to accommodate for the inflation increase in this country. And I would agree with Ron in this particular article. I believe that we do need to fix these programs altogether. They are outdated. They are run the wrong way. They don't provide enough money for the American people that are on these particular programs, and they need to do better. This program is a very old program which was introduced a long time ago, which obviously means that the money spectrum in this country has actually changed over the years, in which we need to do something about this particular program, which really hasn't had an update over several years now. I mean, we definitely need to improve these particular programs, as you know. Would you guys agree, or do you go the other route in which we need to just eliminate this program altogether? Say it ain't so. Do not agree with that. We definitely don't need to get rid of this program. We need to improve the program to make things better. But anyways, let me know how you feel about this. Comment down below exactly on whether or not you sit on the right or you sit on the left side of the Social Security program. I'm curious to see how you guys feel about it. In other news, we also have lawmakers on the flip side calling for, we need to honor the Social Security 87th anniversary, and we need to do it by strengthening and expanding the program. Yes, that's what this particular article is talking about, honoring its 87th birthday, which is coming up right now. And they're saying right here that, look, when President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed the Social Security program into law 87 years ago on August the 14th of 1935, he did not intend for it to remain frozen in place. He knew that his landmark Social Security insurance program, which was enacted during the depths of the Great Depression, would need to be expanded to meet Americans' needs as times continues to evolve. Now, the Social Security Act of 1935, he said, represents a cornerstone in a structure which is being built, but is by no means complete. That means we need to continue to evolve this program over time, year over year, decade over decade. And yes, the FDR obviously couldn't anticipate exactly what would happen in the future, according to his grandson, James Roosevelt Jr., which is the vice chair of the advisory board of the National Committee to Preserve Social Security and Medicare. But he realized that society would change over time. Demographics would change. And he wanted Social Security to be a nimble as well as in order for it to be flexible. So again, guys, he had the right thing in place at that time. However, I will say that the new Americans have not held up its justice. They have not held up exactly what President Franklin D. Roosevelt meant when he signed the Social Security Act back in 1935. So again, guys, it says that in fact, during the first 40 years of Social Security, Congress expanded the program no less than 15 times, mostly to broaden coverage and increase the benefits in the program. And in 1950, Social Security was expanded to cover domestic and agricultural workers. In 1956, Congress added monthly disability benefits, which is why millions of workers with disabilities collect Social Security today. And in 1972, the amendments provided annual cost of living adjustments, or also known as COLAs, to help beneficiaries keep up with inflation, which is exactly what we are dealing with right now in 2022. So again, guys, we see exactly what was meant by the former President Roosevelt, in which he signed this law years ago. And what are we going to do today, guys? It has been 87 years and no telling how long it's been since we've updated the Social Security program, which is exactly what we need to do right now, which is exactly what lawmakers are calling to do right now. And that is exactly where we have lawmakers calling for increased amounts to be for the Social Security recipients to receive additional funds on an annual basis. Some individuals calling for a $2,000 increase, some individuals calling for a $1,900 increase, some individuals calling for a $1,500 increase. But either way it goes, guys, we do agree that Social Security recipients need an increase altogether, especially after we've seen inflation hit as much as 9.1% for the month of July. And we still don't know what that's going to come for the month of August that we are in right now. So yes, they are calling for an increase of COLA in the new year of 2023. But guys, we need the increase to be done right now. We need for Social Security recipients to be approved of additional funds so that they can survive for the rest of this year, especially as the prices of everything continue to rise. But anyways, guys, we do have this particular article that's talking about with the inflation increase that we have been seeing over the past 90 days, which is still running hot as of right now. Social Security recipients could get as much as a $1,900 boost sometime next year. So again, guys, like I said, we need that increase right now. We cannot wait until next year. However, the Social Security recipients are at the mercy of these stupid lawmakers who continue to make these rules, who are not even a part of the Social Security program. So again, guys, I know you're struggling out there, especially if you are a Social Security recipient, a low-income family, a middle-class individual, everybody right now, SSI, SSDI, VA beneficiaries, and many, many more. We know that you need an increase right now in Social Security. However, we are still at the mercy of those lawmakers, in which that is one reason why I like Senator Bernie Sanders, because he continues to fight for our Social Security recipients every single day. However, on the flip side, he has Republicans holding up a wall, preventing him from doing so. But anyways, guys, this is also some good news about knowing that there's a potential $1,900 boost for next year for Social Security. But again, I wish it was set in stone that we would actually receive this sometime right now, or let's say October, if you will. But also in other news, I do have a bit of information in regards to our Social Security recipients, specifically referring to those individuals on SSI. Yes, we talk about it right here, where millions of SSI recipients are expected to get at least 2 checks next month. of September, right? And those checks could be worth up to $1,652. Now, again, guys, this is some awesome news, especially for our Supplemental Security Income recipients, or SSI, because they are going to be receiving these 2 payments in the month of September. Now, it does say that the first payment will be made at the start of the month of September, which is around September the 1st, while the second payment will be made at the end of the month around September the 30th. Now, it does say that September is one of the only 2 months that give recipients 2 different payments for that particular month. And the particular months that we are referring to that do receive at least 2 payments for our SSI recipients, that is the month of December and the month of September. So again, guys, this information is from the Social Security Administration office, so we definitely can rely on this particular information. So again, guys, I will try to remind you guys as it gets closer to the month of September so that you can be aware to be on the lookout for these 2 individuals checks that are coming for September the 1st and closer to September the 30th. And again, guys, like I said, Social Security payments are set to increase in 2023 due to the increasing inflation in this country across the United States. And according to analysts, recipients are taxed on their benefits, meaning that increased payments, which are coming next year, could shoot them in the foot because it could potentially put them in a higher tax bracket. So guys, the system is just totally messed up altogether. We need to do something about it. So I will continue to support those individuals that are fighting for our Social Security recipients, SSI, SSDI, VA beneficiaries, and many, many more, as well as our low-income families. I will continue to fight for those particular lawmakers because they are fighting for our elderly, our seniors, the ones that are really vulnerable right now, the ones that really need help right now because they don't have the option to just go out there and get another job right now, or let alone work 2 different jobs. They have already done their work over the years, paid into Social Security, and now it is time for them to receive benefits from the Social Security Administration. But anyways, guys, let me know how you feel about this down below in the comment section. But other than that, guys, hey, I hope all this information in this video was helpful to you today. Well, anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. But if you enjoyed today's content and you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you like today's video, then go ahead and hit the like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.